Hello, I'm Supervisor Anne Marie Graham-Hudak, and welcome to the Supervisor Summary, which highlights items of interest from the most recent Board of Trustees meeting. First up, at the May 23rd Board of Trustees meeting, the Board held a public hearing for the approval of the 2023 Community Development Block Grant Program, which includes a mixture of public service agencies and construction projects. The goal of the program is to assist low and moderate income Canton residents. On the consent calendar, the Board approved an application for a USDA Forest Service Urban and Community Forestry Inflation Reduction Act grant for tree activities, as well as authorization of the Liberty Fest fireworks permit. The forestry grant would foster and accelerate current tree activities such as removal, pruning, and planting of trees, street trees, and municipal facility trees, as well as contribute to additional tree planting activities within the township and facilitate development of an urban and community forestry master plan. The authorization of the Liberty Fest fireworks permit, as we all know, assures we will once again have a spectacular and, more importantly, safe fireworks display in June. We had a very large general calendar agenda at the meeting. The first action was to approve the purchase of 2 Ford Maverick hybrid vehicles for our Building and Inspection Services Division, replacing an 18-year-old Ford Explorer and a 15-year-old Ford Escape. These hybrid vehicles will be much more fuel efficient than the vehicles they are replacing, achieving up to 40 miles per gallon in the city. We then approved a number of contracts. The first was for acquisition of rights-of-ways and easements to support the Township Sidewalk Gap Program and other township construction projects. The second was for administration building renovations. The third was for replacement of tiles at the Summit on the Park and lighting and renovation at Victory Park ball fields. Lastly, we awarded a contract for Community Development Block Grant Housing Rehabilitation. Next, the Board approved the creation of 3 new positions: a GIS Coordinator, an Asset Management Specialist, and a Certified Therapeutic Recreation Specialist. The GIS Coordinator will join the ITI Department, as the Asset Management Specialist will fall under the Municipal Services Department, and the Therapeutic Rec Specialist will join the Leisure Services Community Development Team. The Board also awarded a bid for 2023 bus transportation for our Leisure Services Day Camp programs for the summer and approved the purchase of sound and lighting support services for the 2023 Liberty Fest. We then approved a budget amendment for the printing and publishing of legal notices as state law mandates municipalities to publish specific notices in a newspaper of general circulation. The cost of publishing in print has increased and caused numerous local papers to go out of business or only publish online. To ensure Canton Township is compliant with the statute, the budget must be increased to cover the remainder of 2023. The Board adopted an amendment to Chapter 50 of the Canton Code of Ordinances to allow for the creation of a nature area designation to preserve and protect open space, natural habitats, and green space for the benefit of residents and in cooperation with the greater Canton community. The Board then considered designating Canton's first nature area and naming the land located at the corner of Ridge and Ford Roads Z.B. Weiss Nature Area. This name, which means Creek Park, pays homage to the inhabitants of the land prior to European settlements. The Pokemon Band of Potawatomi Indians Representation Outreach Board voted to recommend the name. Lastly, the Board declared Juneteenth as a township-wide holiday. Juneteenth honors the day, or June 19, 1865, when 250,000 slaves were finally freed in Texas, more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed declaring all persons held as slaves to be freed. This also follows a federal designation of the Juneteenth holiday. If you would like to hear more in-depth discussion about any one of these items, you can always watch the full Board meeting on the Canton Community Television channel on YouTube. I do have one last note. I want you all to know that the service being provided by GFL is unacceptable, and I'm holding them accountable for their performance. Although this is a regional issue with GFL, not specific to Canton, the service does not meet Canton standards. Over the next few weeks, we are going to closely monitor GFL to prevent any additional delays in service. In order to make sure that Canton Township residents are not negatively impacted during this time, we have curated a short-term resolution. This new approach consists of yard waste pickup moving to Saturdays beginning the week of June 5th. This will put more trucks on the road for regularly scheduled trash and recycling pickups Monday through Friday. This schedule will be in place through the end of July, when it will be re-evaluated for effectiveness. This does not reflect on the individual workers, so please continue to be kind as they pick up your refuse. Our priority is to ensure that trash will be collected promptly and according to the designated schedule for the long term. Towards this end, I have directed our Municipal Services Department to reevaluate our contract with GFL. Canton Township residents deserve a company that meets the highest standards we take pride in, and I am working to make sure those standards are met. Also remember, the northbound I-275 exit to Ford Road is closed until July. On Tuesday, May 30th at 6 a.m., the westbound Ford Road exit to northbound I-275 will close until mid-July. This work is part of the MDOT Revive 275 project. Project information can be found at revive275.org. On Memorial Day, our Fire Department Honor Guard will be having a Memorial Day service at 10 a.m. It will be held behind the Administration Building at the Memorial Park. Representatives from the United States Marine Corps will be present for our ceremonial wreath posting at the 1st Battalion, 24th Marine Division Memorial. A roll call will also take place for the fallen 23 Marines that were deployed for study in 2006 through 7 to Iraq. I also want to say congratulations to our BAM, Be a Model Man group that just had their graduation 2023 the other day. On May 30th, we'll also be celebrating the Lead Like a Girls for this year, so congratulations. This is your Supervisor Summary. Have a great week and a safe Memorial Day weekend. Thank you.